Something here that's missing, wonder where it's gone. I know you're out there listening, waiting for a song, a tune that you know. When the rock begins to roll, drums and guitars take me to my home. Feed the beast that lives within my soul. Smoke and distortion, a feeling in my bones.
My name is Drew deFrance. I'm the creator and songwriter, manager, booking agent, tour manager, social media director, you name it, anything and everything for the band. And I don't want to quite name all the new people yet. I kind of want it to be a surprise. And the show at the Battle of the Bands is going to be the first one to really showcase this new sound and this new project. And I think, like I said, it's really going to raise some eyebrows and get everybody a little bit, more interested and really make them rethink on what they thought that deFrance was from what they previously. I started when I was 13 years old. I started taking lessons from some folks at Bensburg Music down in Camden, Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom had an acoustic guitar that always sat in the corner, and she played it every now and again, but not very often. And it's funny, me getting to play guitar again got her to replaying her guitar a lot more. And so that was a blessing, And but it was just always there, and I always wanted to learn how to play it. It was like a mysterious thing that I was like, whoa, we weren't allowed to really touch it as children, And when I started first getting lessons, I also showed lambs and sheep for FFA when I was a kid, and saved up a bunch of money doing that. Made a lot of money actually. It was a great way to understand agriculture and make some money as a kid in high school, And I spent all that money on guitar gear at Bensburg's and just really dove right into it. It was just so much fun. I remember the first time I actually would skip school sometimes and would stay home and just, pretend sick, whatever. I don't encourage that, children, But I did tape, like, I'm telling my age here. I did tape like on the VHS and everything. I'm sure y'all remember doing this, your favorite things on TV. And one day I was like, oh, they're showing Stevie Ray Vaughan later. Mom, I'm sick, and the Austin City Limits special. So I recorded that and I was like, I got to learn every lick on this. And when you start actually, playing along and, like Dave Grohl said, you just got to kind of suck for a little while. You're just going to be awful. But when you actually start sounding kind of like the people that you admire, it goes, wow, this is the coolest feeling in the world. And you just keep building on it and keep building on it. And to this day, I've done nothing but been a musician, and I'm 33 years old. So
that's awesome. You kind of have your mom's guitar sitting in the corner to help inspire you along the way. That's really cool.
Yeah, now I've toured internationally, released records internationally, been played on international radio. We actually have a British and UK and Ireland and Scotland radio program going right now, and hopefully we get some chart success with that. It just started, so 2021 is a new year, and we're feeling positive about it.
That's awesome. So growing up, who would you say, you said Stevie Ray Vaughan, but who were some of your other musical influences that really got you wanting to play the guitar?
Well, obviously Jimi Hendrix. I'm just such a nut about him. He was the biggest and best thing that's ever happened to guitar, in my opinion. And I think that he's, anyone who starts with guitar, I think at some point has to go through that phase of Jimmy and Stevie. And of course, the other Jimmy is Led Zeppelin. And, your husband went through the same thing. Matt, we all love Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, and Stevie Ray Vaughan. And, I hope that continues through generations of guitar nerds, because that's exactly what I'm in.
Do you remember your first gig?
Yes, I do. It was at the Daffodil Festival in Camden, Arkansas. We were at the back part of the Chinese restaurant, and we were set up on the back of it there. And I think we played like 4 songs, and we did so good that we played them again. And then Binsberg's and my good buddy Bill Osteen saw us and was like, "Man, you gotta come down to the store and set up and play those 4 songs again." And we were like, "We love to." And so we actually ended up playing those 4 songs 3, 4, 5 times that day. But that was a special day because everybody was very receptive. Everybody was very encouraging, and
You probably only got better as the day went along. That would
yeah, exactly, yeah. Especially
So-
everybody was so we only got better too. Yeah. Well, those kids are good. We were like 14, so that was when I was first starting to learn how to play shows and gig with my band. El Dorado was our place to go play because there really wasn't anywhere in Camden. That's why we played up against the Chinese restaurant and in front of the music store. There wasn't a venue for kids. And so I remember going down there and playing with Hokey and Chris Loggins and just really learning a lot from those cats and, the corner cafe there. And I played the Mast before it burned down and all that.
Yeah. It was like the early 2000s, I
Mhm.
feel, was El Dorado's prime with the music scene down here, I think.
Yeah, because Trey Johnson had Pale still going on. It was a lot of fun. There was a great scene and a lot of good bands. It was a lot of good bands. Midtown in Little Rock till 5 a.m. We used to do shows all over the state and then come back and do a 2 to 5 a.m. show at Midtown
Oh my
and
gosh.
double up the night. And man, those were some wild fun nights because people get crazy. A few times I've had to do the Keith Richards thing and just, hey, oh, I'm never afraid to admit what I dig. I'm a sucker for a great melody every time. I like Backstreet Boys a lot. A lot. So much. One of my favorite groups.
I love it.
I really love pop music. I do. It's so good. I think Ariana Grande sometimes has some good stuff. I really hadn't heard anything as good as the production of Quincy Jones with Michael Jackson in the pop world. And, it seems like everybody's trying to imitate that from Bruno Mars to her to Nicki Minaj, everyone, when they're trying to go in that sensibility, not the R&B and, or not, excuse me, the hip hop sensibility as much. And, yeah, I love, like I said, I'm a sucker for a good melody. As long as it's got a hook that's like just undeniable, I'm there. It's never the same thing. There's several different ways to approach it, and it's never wrong or any set of rules. A lot of times, a melody or a lyric or both together will hit me and just kind of like come out of the clouds. I call them, like Townes Van Zandt called them cloud songs. And I just kind of like tune in a radio station to it. And it's like, what's going on? What chords are those? And I'll figure it out on piano or guitar. Hey, Django, come here, buddy.
Oh, he's
Big
big.
kid. Big kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super big kid. So
So the clouds part, the
yeah.
notes start trickling down.
Yeah, and I tune, like I said, tune in the radio and I hear it, and it just becomes like a thing, and we I either present it to the guys and they add to it, or I take it to another songwriter friend of mine or send it to them and say, anything you want to add to this? I got a verse, but I need another verse or something like that. I like to co-write. That's fun. We just love you and thank you for your support through all this year that we had last year. We missed out on 2 European tours. We missed out on 2 album releases, and we still have those albums and we plan on releasing them somehow, but we have this new one as well that we came up with the new lineup, and everyone's just ecstatic about it. And I know that all the fans are going to do the same thing. And I think it's really, like I said, really going to change the perspective and mindset that everybody has, or misconception about what deFrance is and what we sound like, what we're capable of. And I'm ready to just really showcase that at the show on February 20th. And I hope everybody comes out and buys a ticket and does that in advance, and everybody stays safe and wears their mask. I'm not wearing mine because I'm at my house, but I definitely will at the event. Yeah, I'm excited to see everybody. It's going to be a fun event. I think there's a lot of talent and a lot of music, and who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You'll have to be there February 20th to find out.
So who's your favorite Backstreet Boy?
AJ.